We are going to hear from Natalie and her advice for incorporating observations into the mentoring partnership. She not only helped her mentee observe others, but went with her mentee as well. She's going to share how powerful this was for the two of them.
So when I did it as a new teacher, I went by myself. I didn't get to go with Rodney. And I think, yes, it was still great. Like, it's amazing anytime you get to step foot in someone else's classroom. But being with Allison, it really like helped spark a lot of conversations about I almost feel like making a plan like when we got back to our own classrooms. Like, okay, this is what we saw. Kind of like that whole thing. What do we want to do in the next week? What do we want to do in the next month? What do we do in this next quarter? I feel like it led to a lot of those conversations. And again, just like that whole, what do you need help with? Well, now we just saw a math workshop, or now yeah, I think we had seen a math workshop and we saw something else. But it was like, oh my gosh, I love how she did this. Okay, let's talk around that. So again, it kind of gave us more specifics that she probably had a million questions about, but wouldn't have think to just come up with it on her own because she's just so overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Myself too. I feel like I was a first year teacher, so it was kind of hard coming back and like wanting to share all that out. Like you're just like nervous, you know. But like I feel like after Allison and I went, we were both very excited about it, and like once I started sharing, she felt more comfortable sharing. So I felt like it led an opportunity to her to kind of have a voice to like add some things to the team, um, and more like confidence behind that because like I was there too, and we could both kind of talk about it. Going with Allison to that learning lab, again, I feel like it sparked. It's easy to your first year. You feel like you're just swimming, like you're just trying to like stay afloat. It's hard to be like you're just trying to like keep up with lessons, keep up with all the demands. But when you go to something like that, it kind of pushes you a little bit further and it kind of resets your mindset of like, wait, this is why I'm doing this job is to teach and to, you know what I mean? It kind of, you're able to step back and be like, okay, wait, now I actually have time to really think about my own reading time. I'm not just, okay, another day's done. Okay, another day's done. Okay, another day's done. It kind of makes you what is like more excited to try something new. Whereas you might have just probably been in a rut if you just kept doing the same thing over and over and over again. Um, and that's how like habits start too, you know, like those bad habits of, you know, doing the same thing over and over and over again. Um, and then again, I feel like it's just so much better to talk about something with someone else. Um, and again, during my reading time, it looks like this, and oh, I hate that this happens and this happens. Um, it's just being able to process with someone else um, helps so much more than when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like that accountability too, and like I mean, luckily for Allison and I, you know, we had the same plan, we had the same lunch, so it was easy to have those conversations like more fluidly. Like, hey, I tried this today. Gosh, I wish I remember what it was. There was something like I remember Allison went back and did like right away. Ooh, it was like maybe those reading mats or something. I just remember she went back and did it like right away, and I was like, dang, like she was that like really impressed her because like she went back and like implemented it like that. So, you know, like when I see her do that, I'm like, man, like I should do that too. Like, so I don't know. It's that whole like, still talking about it weeks later and like talking about, hey, once I started this rather than just go to one of those learning labs. I'm not saying if you go by yourself, you're not going to come back and try things, but it's a little bit more when you come back, that accountability piece too with it.
Thank you, Natalie, for taking the time to share your experiences. If you would like more information about the tips and strategies Natalie mentioned, check out the book Student Centered Mentoring Keeping Students at the Heart of New Teachers Learning.